we in the Mark Twain Neighborhood Association have worked closely with the Fair Heights Neighborhood Association for about 4 years now on trying to turn that section of San Pedro around and generate the kind of atmosphere that encourages redevelopment, reinvestment, and to some extent that means increased density possibilities and reduced parking requirements, which is a big part of what this is about. The thing I would caution is that so often in contexts like that, neighborhood associations really fear density because not so much of the height, although some will say, oh, it's going to block our view of the mountains, but it's more having to do with the spillover of reduced parking requirements because they don't believe that the transit is really going to attract a number of trips as substitutes for car travel as we say it's going to. And if that happens, then that simply means that instead of parking where there's now no parking in the redeveloped district along that corridor, it spills out into the single-family residential fabric. And that is a declining factor, as Jolene points out. That has an impact on perceived property values. If you get lots of cars parking in front of people's homes and your guests come over and they can't find a place to park themselves because the street is already parked up. My daughter lives in southeast Portland, and Division Street between 30th and 40th there has experienced exactly this kind of redevelopment strategy. They've re-landscaped parts of the streets and French drains, 4 and 5 story residential structures with little or no on-site parking. And it has had a tremendous impact of 3 to 4 blocks deep on either side of Division Southeast with people parking on street because they're still driving to those destinations. Yes, it's generated a lot of new demand for restaurants and taverns and cool places along Division Southeast, but with that has come not only people biking in or walking in from the surrounding neighborhoods, but also people driving in from a little further away, and when they get there, they want to park. There's no off-street parking provided, so they're parking on the streets, and it really does have an effect on the single-family residential streets that are adjacent for about 3 blocks deep off of that street. So that's just something that I think it's a delicate balance. You know, what we're trying to achieve is reinvestment, is making it worthwhile for developers to put their money into building new mixed-use